Paddleboard Comedy Night, hosted by Luna Moon SUP Yoga, is part of the broader Paddlepalooza series, where each session features a fresh theme, glow in the dark, tropical luau, costumes, curated playlists, and more surprises. Here to tell us a little bit more about this event is the owner of Luna Moon SUP Yoga, Misty Marcum. How you doing, Misty?
Good. How are you, Kevin?
Doing just good. Happy to be here. Happy to have you here, and happy to talk about what you have going on. So let's just start off with the basic details, the who, what, where, when, and why of the event, just to start off.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Paddlepalooza is kind of a special series. Started a little last year, but this year we're kicking it up a notch, and we're including comedy. So this is stand-up comedian meets stand-up paddleboarding. And it's going to be here on Sylvan Lake, and we're gearing up for it. It's going to be Friday night at 7 o'clock, and live comedian.
Nice. This is pretty nice. I'm expecting a great show. With that being said, a huge fan of comedy myself. And what community connections do you feel like this is going to bring in our local area?
Well, hopefully some uniqueness, because I feel like this is a pretty unique one. This was just gemmed right out of brainstorming. Honestly, those winter days, just thinking of the water and can't wait to get back on it. And honestly, with paddleboarding alone, I always say it's more than just a paddle or a board. It's about community, and that's how Luna Moon was really started to begin with, was to draw people in. And yes, you might think that paddleboarding could be very intimidating if you've never done it before, but honestly, like, I've really created a supportive community on and off the water.
Nice, nice. So I want to get into our actual featured comedian, Corey Yurt. Am I saying that right? Can you please just talk about why this comedian was selected?
Well, we have a little bit of a history together. We did practice and teach yoga together at one point, and she's decided to try a new adventure. So she's just getting her experience. She's been doing it for probably more than half of a year now. And I went and saw her back in the spring live and pitched her the idea, and here we are. Basically, it's what a unique experience for her, and to get even the promo videos and content that she'll be able to have and share.
Oh man, that's pretty nice. It's even it speaks volumes that you both have a history together. So she's familiar with paddleboarding and everything like that. So all right, so let me just make this clear. I want to. Are we expecting, like, what visual? I'm expecting her literally be out in the middle of the lake on a paddleboard telling comedy. Is that what we're looking at? Please explain this.
So possibly. We have a few different ways that we could possibly do this. I also have like a platform, which is a pod, and that's where I teach yoga from. So really, it becomes like this floating studio. We're thinking Friday night, it becomes a floating stage.
Okay. So you're already ready. You have everything, a floating stage for it, and this seems like it's going to be very, very unique. I'm happy and excited about it. With me right here live on the Splash, by the way, owner of Luna Moon SUP Yoga, we have Misty Marcum talking about the upcoming yoga and comedy night that'll be taking place July 18th as well. Paddleboard Community Night, we should say. So Misty, I want to talk about the whole Paddlepalooza concept in general. Like, how do you feel like this enhances participants' connection to summer and just our community overall?
Here's what I've witnessed. So, like I said, from the years past, doing some unique themes. Summer goes fast, and season can be short sometimes if you have weather and that kind of thing. But we started a moonlit paddle last year, and honestly, it was the connection with nature. If you couldn't get any more, because of being on the water and being outside and on a board and just leaving your phone on shore and that kind of thing, and just really connecting with each other. Then, like I said, out of the brainstorming, we started to think of some other ways to get people to just be more in the element. So we already did an 80s themed one, which we included a little music. We try not to be too loud with it, but just to get people thinking about stuff about the 80s. What did you do that was fun? What did you wear? And dressing up is optional. So a few of them did kind of have something going on with some neon clothes and that kind of thing. So with the comedy now, it's more or less bringing in now a comedian, like I said, to give her that experience, unique experience, and then just vibe with us. I mean, how cool is that? And then the sky's the limit, like on themes, just pick from the brainstorming hat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I bet too, and I think it speaks volumes just to the culture of our Greater West Bloomfield community that paddleboarding just in itself, with us having so many inland lakes, is just part of what we do. But then just adding different flares and themes to it just shows that hey, this is our community, and now we're just kind of spicing it up and styling it up so we can enjoy our summer before it's gone in an instant like that as well. I'm glad you kind of explained that. Now let's just talk about for the people who are big comedy fans, so this might draw them to it, but they've never been on a paddleboard. Any advice for the first-time paddleboarders coming to the comedy night? What should they bring, wear, or expect?
Well, really, literally, bring yourself. Bring a towel. Just a great attitude. Expect to meet some awesome people that are very supportive. Like I said, that whether they have been with us 3 or 5 times or more, it's your first time. Just embrace the community that you have there, the support group, and literally, like I said, floating studio that's anchored. You're going to be anchored. So you're just kind of get floated in, connected in with that pod. We'll get you tied in, get kind of comfortable. Maybe you have your life jacket as a little pillow, or however you want to experience. There's so much uniqueness and flexibility that comes with paddleboarding in a way.
Yeah. No, rolling on the floor laughing on this one. You'll end up in the lake somewhere. So try to control the laughter if we can. But Misty, just that while I have you right here, any other future events that you're planning that we can look forward to either this summer or in the future ahead?
Well, actually, I have a kids camp in August. So there's that for a 3-day kids camp. That's kind of unique, and I've been able to do that for the past few years as well. And what's great about the kids is they actually give you some more creative ideas.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well, before we let you go, just lastly, for anyone who just joined us, the details of the stand-up paddleboard comedy night, again, that's happening.
Yes, it's on Friday night at 7 p.m. in Sylvan Lake. You can find me at lunamoonSUPyoga.com and hit me up. Send me a message if you want any more details.
There we go. Friday, July 18th, 7 p.m. Once again, Paddleboard Comedy Night. And Misty Marcum, owner of Luna Moon SUP Yoga. We appreciate you again.
Thank you so much, Kevin.